Welcome to the Pulse with Peter B. I'm your host, Peter Biancamano. Let's get you to the pulse on everything you need to know. And we are here at the beautiful Colo Club, located at the Pilsener Haus and Beer Garden at 1422 Grand Street. And enough of me, we're going to get right to this month's food here at the Pilsener Haus. And Krista Stucchio from @#FoodPick is standing by with Chef Mike to try out some of their new dishes and some old dishes. You're just going to have to find out. Let's go to Krista.
Thank you, Peter. I am Krista Stucchio, and I am here at the Pilsener Haus, actually upstairs at the Colo Club with Chef Mike Brown.
Hey,
so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as
I'm
well.
excited to eat with you today.
Excellent, yeah.
What do you want to dig into first? Front and center?
Front and center, yeah, let's do it.
All right, what do we have here?
First we have our barbecued pulled pork sandwich. Braise our pork for about 4 hours. We add a nice little spice rub to that, braised in Coca-Cola. With some fries, homemade coleslaw, and a pepperoncini on top for show.
When I walked in here, this is what I smelled, and I love a good pulled pork sandwich, so I'm excited to eat this. And what did you? Is there anything special about the sauce that maybe other restaurants aren't doing with a pulled pork sandwich?
Again, we do a dry rub, and we do braise it in Coke, which gives it a nice little caramelization.
How long is it braising for?
About for 4.5, 5 hours.
Nice.
Yeah, slow and low.
And this pepper's just for show?
Just for show.
Are you a pepper guy?
I'm a pepper guy. But it's just for show.
I get a little scared of peppers. I know we got the Shishitos over here. We're going to save those for last because I think we'll have a little bit of fun with that. But let's dive into this. I'm going to share this with you so we can both have a bite.
Excellent.
Because it's always awkward eating by yourself, so we don't want any of that.
No.
So let's do this. Now, is this one of your favorite menu
It is,
items?
yeah. The pork. We also do pork ribs.
Look at that.
Delicious.
Ooh, the steam.
Nice.
Pork
Tender.
ribs.
Yeah,
I don't think I've
pork
had
ribs.
those here.
No? Delicious.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I know, we gotta share a plate
Yeah,
here.
definitely. Tender,
Wow.
a little juicy. Very tasty.
I'm a big fan of coleslaw too. This is a great sauce. And a
make
pickle.
a
You
mess.
always need a pickle.
A little crunch.
Oh yeah. Little crunch. This is awesome.
Excellent. Very
All right,
good.
so tell me about these fries because
All right.
I know a lot of fry connoisseurs and people just get really picky with their fries.
So these fries are very thick. They're like shore fries almost. They come seasoned.
Shore fries. I didn't know that was a thing.
So thick and crunchy on the outside, nice and potatoey in the center.
I love
Very
it.
tasty.
That's my kind of fry. You got a little bit of best of both worlds there. It's time for a beer.
Is that my beer?
Yeah.
Check it out.
Cheers. Got to wash down the fries.
You know.
All right, let's move on to this wedge salad over here. Wash down our
Yeah.
heavy fried food with some crisp lettuce.
Totally.
So I have
Alright.
to say, I don't typically order a wedge salad, but I mean, look at the presentation on this thing. There's so much color. I feel like, you know, if you want a salad that you want to feel like you're eating like something really hearty, but you want to be a little on the healthy side, this is a
True.
great choice.
For sure.
So what do we have here?
We have
Traditional?
some traditional iceberg lettuce, some applewood smoked thick cut bacon, all right, cherry tomatoes, some fresh corn, some gorgonzola crumbles, and some fresh blue cheese.
Love a gorgonzola crumble. I'm gonna get right into this. I'm trying to find where there's a nice bite with some bacon.
Yeah, get in there. Get in there.
Anything with bacon.
The salad is a seasonal thing for the summer.
Okay.
I'm trying to put it on for a few months. Pulled pork sandwich is always here, as well as the Shishito
That's great
Peppers.
to know. So this is on just all summer long, starting now.
Yeah, sorry now.
I'm changing my mind about wedge salads.
Yeah,
Wow,
big old chunk of meat.
that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, sweet.
And I mean, this is what you want. I mean, a nice wedge salad with a big beer in the summer.
Right, sit
Refreshing.
outside on the patio.
Oh yeah,
You know,
perfect combination.
sweet.
All right. Last but not least, we have these Shishito peppers. I love Shishito peppers. However, I'm not really great with spicy, so it's always a fun little game that I play. Want to
Sure,
switch that?
yeah.
Thank you. So it's always a fun little game that I play. am I gonna burn my mouth off? Basically, it's like
you
Russian
might.
roulette.
There you go. Yeah, we serve these with fresh lime and the
see
house-made
that.
chips.
I love the chip edition. It's so fun.
Yeah,
it's
people
like
like it. Yeah,
you
it's
know,
nice
when it
little-
gets too
you get to
spicy.
play with it.
So, are we squeezing the lime on the shishitos?
Yeah, squeeze the lime on top.
We'll do a little bit of that.
I'm getting excited. I'm getting ahead of myself.
This is why we just save it. Save the best for last, right? Okay, so pick your
check it
poison,
out.
literally. Are you safe?
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
Yeah. Like I said, I sprinkled a little.
A little. Okay.
Little secret seasoning on
What's?
the top.
You're not gonna tell us what it is?
Actually a sriracha seasoning
Oh.
that I just sprinkled on top.
Wait, I just hit the back of my tongue. It's really good. Wow, I like that a lot. I think we need to go in for another one and see if we're safe again.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
I'm gonna go right under the chips.
there you go. How's that? Spicy?
If it is, we might need to cut the cameras.
Yeah. We don't do spice, huh?
We're safe.
Safe. Look at that. And chips. Also, potato.
Yeah, no, this is
Eat
a
up
great
some
compliment.
of that heat. Yeah, sure.
I actually really love the lime edition. I feel like I don't see that often. So, wow, I love it. It's like very simple. Sriracha seasoning and lime. Who knew?
Yeah.
And do you know what we're drinking?
We are drinking our famous Pilsener Haus original.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
This is what I always get when I'm here.
Excellent.
So, anything else that we should be on the lookout for, I guess, the summer menu, other than what we've tried today?
We're trying to do some bar snacks. Chef and I haven't quite nailed down exactly what we're doing, but more like finger foodies, some kind of nuts maybe, things like that. We're playing with the menu items here and there. We're trying to do some more German things, since it is a German beer hall,
so
beer garden.
that's always fun. And I mean, whenever you guys have new menu items, I always love to try something new. So gets me super excited.
And we did bring the ribs back. We had some people asking about the ribs. We did bring them back a few weeks ago. So,
Had some people ask.
Yeah, we took them off for a moment, and now they're back on.
All right.
Yeah, full
so
swing.
that's just full time, not a
Full
seasonal
time,
thing.
half rack, full rack, baby back ribs.
Amazing.
Quite tasty.
Are these seasonal or are these on all the time?
These are seasonal.
Okay.
I might have said earlier they're on all the time. I lied.
No, that's okay. I'm
seasonal.
just so we got this guy all the time.
This guy all the time?
Seasonal.
Seasonal, correct.
So summer items coming at you.
Yeah.
We get your greens in this summer.
Indeed.
I will be getting both of these in this summer. Yeah. Anything else that you just like?
Trying to think. No, I mean.
Anything exciting?
Anything exciting? Well, we do have live music. We also have almost three parklets here outside. So,
I love the parklet edition. You
Summer
guys
comes.
have so much more
sit
seating.
outside,
and-
live music outside.
That's awesome. Yeah. So when are the live music sessions? Because I need to book.
Yeah,
mark
usually
this
we
in
do
my
we do
calendar.
stuff on the weekends. Sometimes Thursday night, usually Friday, Saturday night.
Perfect.
Depending on weather, we'll have a band outside or we have one inside.
Amazing.
But yeah, check the websites. We definitely try to post any kind of events ahead of time.
I'm excited for summer at the beer garden. Thank you, Chef Mike Brown. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Hudson River Care and Counseling. Hello, I'm Dr. Pam Pater-Ennis, the CEO and founder of Hudson River Care and Counseling with over 30 years of clinical social work experience in therapy. We are a progressive counseling and coaching practice with a diverse team that brings a holistic approach to clients. We offer support both in person and through digital platforms such as telehealth. Consider us a safe haven that you can trust with care for your mental health needs. Visit our website to set up a consultation today.
Peter Biancamano, your hostess with the mostest of the Pulse with Peter B. Folks, don't forget to go on our Facebook and our Instagram pages by searching The Pulse with Peter B. and like and follow us on each of those platforms. We're constantly updating those pages with previews of each week's segments and cool stories. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to our email address at thepulsewithpeterb@gmail.com.
Welcome back to this segment of The Pulse, the best segment of The Pulse, mostly because, or at least partially because Peter B isn't on this segment, but also because I am joined by the wonderful, wonderful Bayonne City Council President Sharon Ashe Nadrowski. Thanks so much for joining us. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm very good.
Very good. So I know there's you're involved in a campaign. You're running for mayor of the Peninsula City. Tell the viewers out there in TV land, how's that going?
Actually, it's going really well. I'm excited. We're down to the final countdown now. So,
well, we're here in your wonderful campaign headquarters, and I know people will be able to see some what's going on here. I know there's a palpable energy for sure. I have friends in Bayonne, right? And they tell me that, as of late, they haven't felt as safe as they felt in the past. So as mayor, what would you do to increase the sense of public safety that for people in Bayonne?
Well, crime has been on the rise here in Bayonne. And that's one of the things that draws people to Bayonne. We're still a small, quaint town. I mean, we are growing, but safety is one of the big attractions. And, crime has been on the rise, but, a lot of that comes down to the underlying, causes of crime. And I have a plan that, starts with addressing the underlying issues. And, the beginning cycle of crime starts with, socioeconomic issues, food insecurities, housing issues, inequities in education and job opportunities. So, we have to start addressing the underlying issues. And part of that is also equipping the police, making sure we have a great police force here in town, but we need to make sure that, we position them and we give them the resources to do a job, and the one of my ideas is partner with the local nonprofits so that who handle those type of issues, and they would accept intake from the police department. Mm-hmm. So when it's a mental health issue, the police could reach out because you understand there's a pattern, and then when they can reach out and do intake on that, and then we can prevent the crimes before they happen.
So this isn't to say anything negative about Bayonne. I love Bayonne. In the 15 years I've lived in Hudson County, I've come down here and hung out with my friends many a time, and I've enjoyed it very much. But another issue that my friends that live in the Peninsula City have talked about in terms of problems with this current administration is the roads and all the potholes. What would your administration do about infrastructure?
That's a serious problem here in town. I know it seems trivia, but, when you're constantly repairing your cars and vehicles, it gets frustrating. And I have a plan for, doing street assessment block by block and, going out there and, logging everything that's wrong. If there's a curb that's broken or a small hole or a pothole, if you do these things and then we prioritize, when we have it all down there, we prioritize and, go back and fix the issues that need attention first. And, this way, when you get that little hole, you try and fix it before it becomes a pothole, before it becomes a sinkhole. And, this way we know how to deploy our resources best, and we know when paving time comes up, we know what streets are a priority. We just don't start driving around town and saying, oh, which one feels bumpy, and that's the one we're going to pick. Because quite frankly, that's a little bit how it works now. So, one thing City Hall is lacking is the use of technology. Mm-hmm. We don't track anything. We don't have technology. And this is a perfect example where technology will help us track that and, make sure we have a plan and we address the issues that need addressing first.
So another question I think people have is in the last minute and a half that we have is what else will you do, in the context of building a better Bayonne? Many people feel the current administration is distracted by all the stuff that's always keeps this administration in the news. So how will your mayorality be different?
Well, open, honest, transparent government is probably the number one issue I'm running on. Making sure people are in the loop, that the deals aren't done in the back room, involving the community in the decisions. That has to be first and foremost. If you don't trust in your government, if you don't have faith and you don't think they're got your best interest at heart, what's the point? So, and one of the first things we're going to do is, for development and transparency, when stuff's coming around right now, the state only requires send notice out for 200 feet. We're going to change that right away to 1,000 feet because big development, especially what's going on in Bayonne, quality of life that gets interrupted when these developments happen is far beyond 200 feet. And the more people that know and the more people that are involved and have a say in what's going on, the better it is for all of Bayonne.
Well, that was Council President and mayoral candidate Sharon Nadrowski. Don't forget to vote. And thanks so much. Do you want to remind people when the voting day is?
Vote on May 10th and vote Team Nadrowski. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Peter Biancamano back with you. Don't forget to watch us on cable access every Sunday and Monday at 9 a.m. Optimum Channel 18, Files Channel 46, and Comcast Channel 190. Also on Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m., you can watch our show on our YouTube channel, and you can also binge watch all of our old shows. Who doesn't want to keep watching The Pulse with Peter B? We'll see you there. Welcome back to The Pulse with Peter B. Back from Bayonne and back at the Pilsener Haus and Beer Garden at their beautiful Colo Club, again, located at 1422 Grand Street in the beautiful city of Hoboken, New Jersey. And a man who is beautiful is sitting right next to me, and that
My God, flattery will get you everywhere.
Exactly. And that is no stranger to the show. I believe this is your third or fourth appearance.
This is my third appearance on The Pulse with Peter B.
Absolutely. And that is Alex Corrado, who is our resident actor. But today, he's going to be our Thoroughbred insider.
There you go,
You like
my
that?
friend.
I
Yeah,
thought
I
I was
do.
gonna
I
screw
do
that
like
up.
that.
I thought I was going
The
to
run for the roses is coming on. Let's get to
Absolutely.
it.
Let's get to it is right. The Kentucky Derby, the first
That's it.
part of the Triple Crown, as they like to call it. It is a bettor's haven, you should say. And
Well,
a
that's what I say, my friend. I don't know what you say, but you know.
But Alex, before sports betting, I mean, the only really type of sports betting was in horse racing, right or wrong?
Well, it depends on who you ask. Now, legal
Exactly.
betting, yes. You could go to the Meadowlands and bet a horse. You could go to Belmont Aqueduct, whatever. Monmouth Park, everyone loves. Monmouth Park, actually, is one of the oldest tracks in the country. And a little dopey, little useless information for you. They were the first place ever to have the parterre boxes, like private boxes,
Right.
on the top of the track.
Interesting.
For rich families used to own their own boxes there.
In Monmouth
and
Park.
go in Monmouth Park, yes.
And now they're like everywhere.
Now they're everywhere. And now every stadium has to have their
Luxury
VIP
boxes.
suites and everything.
Exactly,
whatever,
exactly.
You know?
All right, well, as the audience knows, I am not that big on betting. So I am an amateur, as they say, going into the Kentucky Derby next Saturday. I believe it's May the 7th, if I'm not
It's
mistaken.
the first Saturday in May,
Always
baby.
the first Saturday
Yes,
in May,
sir.
the day before Mother's Day, Mother's Day
Yes,
Eve, let's just
usually,
say.
yes.
So
not always, because sometimes it's May 1st or 2nd,
Exactly.
and Mother's
It's a little
Day is the
late
next
this year.
week.
Exactly.
Right, correct.
So, Alex, as a beginner bettor of the Kentucky Derby, what am I looking to do here?
Well, listen, if you're a novice, and evidently you are, and you're green, I remember you still when you were playing with your action figures in your parents' deli.
I shall have
So
them.
let's get to this.
Exactly.
Listen, like you said, it's a bettor's paradise. It's the only horse race that has 20 horses in it. And the odds aren't established, and the pedigree of the horse isn't really established. The thoroughbred, listen, if these 20 horses in this race, they're all qualified to win this race.
Right.
And what you see is crazy numbers usually in the sense of the odds.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so
absolutely.
there will be a lot of, you'll have your 3 or 4 favorites,
Right.
and you're hoping that they're not even money favorites. And it's hard. They usually don't make them an even money favorite in the Kentucky Derby because there's 20 horses, and that's why you love this race. It's a bettor's paradise if you're looking to hit. Another little side note to you, I hate the chalk. Now, the chalk is the favorites.
Right.
There are guys who go out to the Meadowlands every day, and they're happy to make, put down $2 to make $4. That's not me. I'm going for the gusto.
Right, because
You know
if
what
you
I'm
normally
saying?
pick the favorites and you win, you get less money than obviously
Exactly.
the
Well,
long shots.
Thank you, Mr. Einstein. But wow,
No,
you
he
figured
was
that
on the
out
last
already.
segment, even
There
though
you
he's not
go.
really that smart.
All
But
right.
anyway.
But he was at Princeton, so he was in Jersey. He was close by.
Well, that's Albert Einstein. I'm actually talking about Josh Einstein.
Oh, but
on
I'm
the show.
bump. All right.
Exactly.
All right. So like I tell people, and people do ask me about this race, believe it or not. I've been known to pick a
Why
horse
don't
or
you
two.
tell the audience about
A quick
your
story
history.
about
Exactly.
2005 Kentucky Derby. I was hanging out at my favorite bar in Hoboken, Stinky Sullivan's. My friend George Palermo, little shout out, no longer there. But so I'm hanging out there all week, the week before the Derby, and I always loved the Derby. Since I was a kid, I loved the Derby for whatever reason. Right. I'd even go to OTB in the city to bet the Derby, even whatever. When I'd take the PATH train over, like, in high school, whatever, Okay. So anyway, well, whatever, little story there. But anyway, so I'm talking to the guys all week about, like, how am I going to make some money on this Derby? And I'm going, how much? I was going over the bets, which I'm going to explain a little bit. Like, how much is this bet? How much is that bet? How much is this bet? Anyway, so I came up with my bet. It was going to be a 6-horse superfecta box. Wow. So, meaning that I was going to pick 6 of the 20 horses in the field and box it for the superfecta. Meaning, if 4 of these 6 horses came in, 1, 2, 3, 4, in any order.
Interesting. Okay.
I would win the bet. Okay.
Wow.
So now, it was like. So now the bet would. So it's basically 6 horses, superfecta box. Basically, there's 360 combinations. It's based on a $1 bet. Okay. So I spoke with my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, and her father, my future father-in-law. Shout out to Lisa and
Lisa,
Mickey.
We love you, absolutely.
Yes, I love you. So
yes, he means it. Well,
anyway, so we were like going to come up with the horses. So, I mean, this is all true, this story. So now, Friday night, I went out in the city with my friends. Saturday morning, I go to Lisa's house. They were living in Marlboro at the time.
Right.
And so we sit down, me, her father, and her, and honest to God, she has a bowl of Lucky Charms for breakfast. We're looking over the horses in the field, and we're deciding, like, how are we going to decide on the horses? We say, we're all going to pick 1 horse each and agree on 3 horses. Okay. All right, so this is what we did. So then we said, all right, so we're, like, looking for value, as I said to you.
Right.
So I go first, of course. The way I pick horses sometimes, listen, there's no logic in betting either. Folks, listen to me out there. There is no logic. The touts, the experts, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm telling you that now. As you can learn, especially now with this, we're like bombarded with all these sporting apps and sporting people, and everybody's got a show and a podcast about gambling. Forget it. Go with your gut.
Boom.
But and I certainly have that. So,
But
So, all right. So, we sit down. I'm going with Giacomo. I thought the horse was named after Giacomo Puccini, which I find out later it was named after Giacomo Puccini. Interesting. But it's also the singer Sting's son's name, and one of Sting's producers owned the horse, so he named this horse Giacomo. He goes off at 50-1. Okay. My father-in-law goes with a horse called Don't Get Mad. He goes off at 30-1.
Oh.
My wife's looking through, eating her Lucky Charms. She picks out Closing Argument, A friend of hers had just graduated law school, passed the bar or something, and Closing Argument was 72-1.
Wow.
Then the favorite for the Derby that year was a horse owned by George Steinbrenner called Bellamy Road. All right, so then it was Bellamy Road was the favorite. So we decided we took these 3 long shots, threw in 3 favorites. Bellamy Road was one of them. Bandini, another Italian name, and a Fleet Alex, my name.
Right, and what happened?
Comes in, long story short, Giacomo wins. Closing Argument is second. A Fleet Alex is third. And Don't Get Mad is fourth.
So how much did you bet, and how much did you win?
We bet the bet was $360. We went to Freehold Raceway. We put the bet in. We put in $120 each. I placed the bet.
Right.
And that night, we were watching. They like to have a Kentucky Derby party. Some of the women wear the hats. A little fun.
Mint juleps.
We're having a mint juleps.
Yeah.
What is the official? I'm going to put you on the spot now. What is the official bourbon of the Kentucky Derby?
I have no idea.
Look at you.
I have no idea.
Look at you.
I knew about mint juleps and the hats.
It's Woodford Reserve. Shout out to Woodford Reserve, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway.
Well, we'll have our CPO contact you for a sponsor.
There you go. Yes. We'll call you tomorrow. Exactly. So now we're watching the race. We had a nice party going, barbecue, whatever. Everybody's in a festive mood. But we had the bet, and my father, like, he likes to watch races very carefully, and he goes, oh my God, I think we got this. But it was like, again, in a 20-horse field, when they come around, when they come around the stretch, it's like a cavalcade. I mean, literally, it's like all these horses, the hoofs, there was a little mud being kicked up and stuff. It was a little sloppy, but, a little sloppy that day. Anyway, we find out, and then we're waiting, and he goes, oh my God, we won. It's going to be at least $30,000. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. I got 10 grand out of this, whatever. Then he's going, no, it's going to be more than that. It's $50,000. I'm like, all right, I'm quick with it. I'm like, all right, like $16,500 to play with. They come in, and the announcer on TV goes, am I reading this correctly? It was $864,253.50 on a dollar.
God.
It was insane.
On a $360 bet, basically.
Correct. But now remember, it was on a $360 bet, but that's based on a dollar.
Right.
Because we had 360 bets with all the boxed up to 6 numbers. So now, only 7 winning tickets in the world. We win that money. It started like literally 2 weeks of partying. It was insane. Like, literally, I couldn't sleep for like 2 days. We were like everywhere. And then we were in demand. I'm getting calls from NBC.
Right.
They want you on the Today Show with Matt Lauer. They go, we'll give you a room on Central Park South. The limo will take you to the set.
Oh, God, that's
like,
good.
all right, done. They wanted us on Inside Edition with Deborah Norville.
Right.
Yeah, all right, well, you're going to have to pay me. You got again, another limo,
good.
another payday. New York Post, we were in twice. Interviewed by Sports Illustrated. The irony is, they asked me who I like in the Preakness. I gave them the 3 winning horses. I gave them the triple in the Preakness.
You did?
I swear to God. It's
unbelievable.
You can look it up somewhere in Sports Illustrated the week after the
All right,
Derby.
so we're actually out of time. So let's get to this year's Derby.
Yes.
Who do you like? I know you said that there's no logic to betting.
There's no logic to betting, and to get it quick for you. So there are 3 favorites, again, and they're at a decent price right now. We don't know how they're going to go off next Saturday, but you have Epicenter, Taiba, and there's one for you New York Ranger fans, Messier.
Oh.
So now listen,
does the former
again,
captain
the logic.
own him?
Yeah, no, has nothing to do with it. The guy was a big fan.
Oh, interesting.
But
Okay.
so now Messier, like you're a New York Ranger fan.
Huge.
So
Yeah.
so you put him in. The best bet in horse racing to me is the dollar try box.
Okay.
It's $6. You pick 3 horses. If they come in 1, 2, 3, any order, you win that bet.
Wow.
And the fact with the odds going off on the Derby, it's always going to be a high price, a decent price.
Wow.
All
right.
You're definitely on that $6 bet. If that's your budget is $6, I would advise a dollar try box bet.
Boom.
Okay, you go 1 to 20, pick 3 horses, boom, you're done. Now, you could pick a couple others. Another good bet, again, like the Superfecta, a dollar box with 4 horses is $24. Now, or you could go, they do a 10-cent super box. Wow. So it only costs you $2.40.
Oh,
and you pick 4 horses. But however, think about it. If you had my bet that year, that would pay $86,000 on a $2.40 bet.
Right. All luck, no logic.
There you go. No, right. And
Alex,
look, you go by names, jockeys, trainers. I mean, I weigh all that into
I
it.
have to go with the Messiah here, the Messier horse.
No, you got to go with the Messier. Right. Now, they haven't assigned the post positions yet. That'll be this coming week.
Well, we'll
so
look
that's
out
why.
for that.
Then, they go into what number, where they come out of the gate. Usually if it's the 20 horse, he's got to come from all the way on the far end. It usually doesn't make it to win. So whatever. So you figure it out.
Alex Corrado, thank you so much.
You got it, brother.
Our Thoroughbred insider. Maybe
There
we'll
you
bring
go.
him back
Good
for
luck,
the,
everyone.
Good luck, everybody. I appreciate you coming on. I really
You
do.
got it, Peter.
All right.
Always a pleasure.
Exactly. All right, folks, join us next week for The Pulse on everything you need to know. I'm Peter Biancamano. I hope you have a great week, everybody.